Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought today I would talk about the Venom since we finally spaded it. Now, the Venom is one of those vehicles that, at least to me, always had this kind of weird aura around it since it never really fit its BR. If you actually have a look at it, it's obviously, a better version than the standard C Venom, losing the radar but having much better flight characteristics, and also just being kind of an increase to like the Vampire, so a super maneuverable vehicle with a little bit of speed behind it, which can't really do too much in any other ways. But one of the interesting things that I found with this vehicle is, even though literally the only strength of the Venom is turning and being able to loop, make people lose energy, and then capitalizing on it, so many players decided to turn fight the vehicle. I ended up with about a 4-1, 5-1 KD in it, and it was literally because everybody playing against this vehicle, just either they have no idea how to deal with it, or just are impatient, or have just decided that's how you deal with these things. Venoms are one of those vehicles which are terrible for their BR. But at the same time, you have to play against them in a very specific way, and that way includes patience, and patience is definitely not a virtue when it comes to War Thunder. You'll see this with a lot of vehicles in the game, Key 43s, the Zeros, the Spitfires. Pretty much what you want to do with those vehicles is attack, extend, upwards, wait for the enemy vehicle to either run out of energy or reset, and then you reset on them, and just keep doing that over and over again. Eventually you'll get an opportunity to hit, or you get an opportunity to fire, and then you just keep doing that. One thing you don't do against a Venom or any of these things is attempt to turn fight it, especially when they are slower than you, because what's going to end up happening is eventually they're going to run you out of energy and beat you at their game. And this is all I did with the Venom for 2 days, against MiG-15s, MiG-17s, MiG-19s even. I had MiG-19Ss trying to turn fight me as a Venom. Then you have stuff like F-104s, Lightnings, all of these things at 9.3 which are absolute monsters. F-100s, I had an F-100 try and turn fight me. It's just absolutely nuts. So if you just have a look at the Venom, and you look at its general statistics, if you have a look at how it is and how it, should be played, it doesn't fit the BR bracket at all. It should actually be way lower in BR compared to what it is now. But the problem is, because it's just one of those vehicles that nobody seems to see, doesn't know what it is, or maybe people have just got so used to trying to use the strengths of their own vehicle without looking at the strengths of other vehicles, what has ended up happening is all of these guys just end up dying to it, which is just so frustrating. Even though I'm the one getting the kills in these situations, it's still completely ridiculous that this is the state of affairs when it comes to realistic. Like, the Venom should not do well. It should get absolutely hammered into the ground. And the fact that I'm able to do well with it, not doing anything too crazy, by the way, all I'm doing is like looping or horizontal turning, burning the enemy of energy, and then attacking them with the Hispanos, which, are still hit and miss right now, but I think I was using the wrong belts with them. But it's just infuriating. I don't know how else to put it. It boggles my mind that vehicles that should not be good at their BRs perform well just because of literal incompetency, or people just not being used to facing other vehicles, because the metas have become so standardized towards like 5, 6, 7, 8 different vehicles. And this happens every so often where I play a vehicle like the Swift or the Scimitar, like for Britain, or I play something like the Venom, which has a slightly different playstyle, and nobody seems to know how to deal with them. So I'm hoping in the future horizons can broaden, and we can finally work out that patience against vehicles that turn heavy and bleed a bunch of energy is the way to go, instead of trying to fight them at their own game. Is this going to work? Probably not. Am I just confused and just all over the place because of it? Definitely. Hopefully at one point this stuff will make a lot more sense. Thank you to everybody who also contributed to the challenge on Twitch to spade the Venom. We'll be doing another one very similar, probably with an even tougher vehicle. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.
I'd just like to thank Millie Draper, Juan the Panda, Nick R. Cupila, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie B. Young, Peter Grayling, Jerry Provolt, Bareen, Alan Hacker, Sem Arslan, Uncle Bean, Derek R., and Lafouche for supporting the channel.